everybody, this is my next couture corset review. I'm very pleased to tell you that Boom Boom Baby Boutique is the featured independent corseteer of March. So right now I'm wearing one of her sample overbust corsets. So here's the front, side, back, the other side. The center front of this corset is 14 inches high, and from the peak of the bust down to the bottom of the corset is 15.5 inches high. You can see that has quite a sweetheart effect at the bust line. It is very well covered. I feel quite safe in this corset. And at the bottom here there's also a very gentle swoop there. The silhouette of this corset is more of a gentle hourglass silhouette. Another feature that I quite like about this corset is how high it comes in the back here, because it prevents muffin top from forming. It actually comes a little bit above the wing bones, so it's almost impossible for flesh to roll over if your wing bones are settled in quite comfortably into that little pocket there. Okay, so here is the corset laying flat, and you can see that there is a lot going on here in terms of embellishment. But starting with the material of this, I feel 3 layers in here, and actually technically with the lace overlay it could be classified as 4 different layers, because it has the lace on top and a sort of dark silver, sort of pewter satin underneath. I feel a strong interlining underneath that satin. It's reinforced, and then of course the inside is lined in this beautiful herringbone couture. For the construction of this corset, it's made from a 5-panel pattern. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it goes around curves quite beautifully, even though it's more of a softer silhouette than I usually review. But I find this to be very comfortable. I believe this corset is a 24-inch waist. And for the actual assembly of this, it's top stitched between all the panels. You can see the top stitching between the panels there, and on the inside you can also see that there is a floating liner. However, the couture itself is top stitched as well for extra strength. And the bones, it's single boned on the seams there, sandwiched between 2 layers. If you look closely, you can see the outline of a waist tape running invisibly through the entire width of the corset. It is about 1 inch wide and invisibly stitched, so you don't see it on the outside or on the inside. The binding in this corset looks to be a standard black satin bias tape, and it's neatly machine stitched on both the outside and on the inside here. And you can see that there are no garter tabs in this corset. However, if you were to commission a piece from Boom Boom Baby Boutique, she would probably be able to accommodate garter tabs for you if you needed it. There is a 5-inch wide Modesty panel at the back here, about 4 inches of usable space since it's stitched onto the back of the corset here. And it's finished in the same pewter satin with the lace overlay on top, so it matches the rest of the corset. That's really lovely. The couture at the back and the binding at the top and bottom of the Modesty panel also keep this panel sturdier than some of the other panels that I've tried in other corsets. Even though it's not boned or anything, it still lays flatter than some of the other Modesty panels, so I do appreciate that. And because it's stitched on the side here, it is possible to remove it if necessary, but I actually rather like it there. At the front here, there is no Modesty placket by the Busk. The Busk here is 13 inches long, and it's a heavy-duty Busk, 1 inch wide on each side. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pins in it, and the 2 lowermost pins are closer together for some extra tummy control, which I really appreciate. It is quite sturdy. This particular corset is rather lightly boned. It has 12 bones total, 6 on each side. I believe the ones on the side here on the seams are all spiral steel boning because they're quite flexible. And then there are 2 sandwiching the grommets at the back. And here's a close-up of the grommets at the back. It looks to be the Prim brand 2-part eyelets, 5mm wide, and they're absolutely lovely. I see none of them coming out. Even around the delicate lace, it's still holding in quite strong. And there are 30 of them, 15 on each side, equidistantly set, about 1 inch apart. And here's just a quick view of the grommets from the inside. As you can see, a couple of splits here and there, but they don't catch on to the laces, so I really don't mind. And they're beautifully set. They've all rolled quite nicely, and once again, they're not pulling out from the fabric, so I have no qualms with them. And here's just a close-up of the embellishment at the hip. You can see this embellishment here, the lace that's been hand sewed onto it. It has sequins and beading on it, and also these beautiful cloth roses. And I'm going to just quickly show you the embellishment at the bust as well here. And as you can see, more roses, more lace hand sewn on, and this double bow here made from satin and what looks to be organza, and it's a lot going on in one corset, but it all blends together absolutely beautifully. I was lucky enough to catch the tail end of one of Boom Boom Baby's sales, so I got this sample corset at a very good price. However, Boom Boom Baby's regular prices are actually quite affordable. If you go onto her Etsy store, most of her corsets, even the well-embellished overbust corsets, are actually £150 or under. So I hope you enjoyed this review of this embellished overbust corset made by Boom Boom Baby Boutique. If you have any questions, then please leave them down in the comments below. I'll be happy to get back to you. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!